Alright, welcome back to the channel. So today we are going to go ahead and button up the little stuff on this and do some other stuff. Got all the turbo stuff down here that I'm not going to start putting it in yet. I got a lot of stuff to, not a lot of stuff, but little stuff to do over here. I got to put the fuel row on. I got to fix this rat's nest of the wire harness shit. Got to fix that. Try to clean it up a little bit more. Got the manifold intake manifold or the whatever mocked up for right now. Just wanted to see. I will probably mock up the turbo just to see too. I am going to mock up the intercooler and see what I have to do over here with the intercooler. And yeah, we're just going to jump in and touch up on this little stuff that I need to do. First thing I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and put my fuel rail back on, because I do want to check the clearance for the return line to this, I think it's a hybrid racing adapter on the power steering. The problem I was running into before was my fitting was, okay, let me back it up. Okay, I had this connector right here. I had this Ktune power steering line. Basically this fitting right here was bumping into my fuel line fitting. I am running a 6AN to the return and 8AN into the feed. Basically that fitting was bumping into this OEM fitting to where I could not run that fitting. I had to run the OEM power steering that runs across here. So with this, I'm hoping once I get this put in, I'm hoping that the 6AN fitting for the fuel line will clear this fitting. That way I can run that power steering line, give it a lot cleaner look. Hopefully, let's pray. That's what it was advertised as, but we'll see, because I am running 6AN. Let's see if it'll match up. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this this fuel rail on. I'm gonna go ahead and blow it out real quick with some air, because it has been sitting for a little bit. Just want to make sure there's no gunk in there, because I don't want to be clogging up the new injectors. Alright, got it aired out, so I'm gonna go ahead and hook up the Ditchworks. These are 1000cc injectors. I'll go ahead and pop those in the holes. Pretty easy. They got an O-ring on it. Push them in, make sure they're seated good, and then I'm gonna go ahead and put that on and hook up all the fuel system and see where we're at with this fitting. So these Ditchworks, when you buy the Ditchworks, it comes with some lube. You're gonna go ahead and put some of that around the O-ring right here. That just makes it easier to slide in there. That way the O-ring doesn't rip or flip or anything like that. Pretty simple. So just apply some of that, slide it in. So they're all set up. I really love Ditchworks as a company. Their stuff seems pretty solid stuff. Their fittings, their fuel injectors, their fuel pump. I recommend Ditchworks. They're a pretty good company. So if you're looking into shit like this, look into Ditchworks. I mean, it might be a little bit more pricier, but I think you pay for what you get. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and take this and put it on there. I am gonna go, let me see, I think there's O-rings. Let me check real quick. I gotta go ahead and apply these O-rings to the injector parts on the bottom. That way they sit nice and snug in the holes down there. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that real quick. Again, use some of the grease and pop them on. Looks like they come with 2 sets, so I gotta figure out which set I need. Let me just double check. Their injectors are plug and play with the stock RSX harness or whatever plugs. Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to cut these and rewire everything, because these are grams. So I'm eventually going to do that. Gotta get some nicer butt connectors, some of the gold-plated butt connectors. But yeah, so I got to do that too. But I'm going to get this fuel rail mounted up. That way I can check this clearance for the piping. Alright, fuel rail is hooked up. I went ahead and snugged it down. Just go ahead and double check and make sure everything's sitting right. So far it looks so good. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and take my fuel line and hook it up here and see where we're at with the clearance on this fitting. So let me go ahead and do that real quick. Yep. Alright, so I got a straight fitting on it. of course you can tell it's not going to work. I'm going to go look. I think I have a 45, so I'm going to end up 45 in it and see if we get that clearance. So if you guys are running, I'm running everything. I'm running power steering, I'm running air conditioning. I think the only thing I might delete is the heater core, the heater. I don't know yet if I can route it, the hosing right. Then I'm gonna go ahead and put it in and just have everything functionable. So yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and look for a 45 and see if a 45 will give me the clearance that I need for this. Hopefully it does, because I'm really hoping I don't have to put the stock, the OEM fucking power steering line back in, because it's, everybody knows, if you own an RSX, it's ugly and it goes right up over the top. But if I have to, I have to, because I'm running power steering. Of course, if you're not running power steering, this don't apply to you, but I am. One day we'll get this bitch switched over to electric power steering, one day, but not right now. We're just gonna go with this. All right, so let me go see if I can find that 45 real quick. All right, so everything works pretty good, except I only have a 90 degree or 90 angle on this. So it's fuel line hose is going to come up a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and try this fitting real quick. It's a 45 just to see the fitment. I can't use this because this is AN and this is a PTFE. So, but I'm going to go ahead and line this up and see what the clearance looks like. And if so, then I'll just go ahead and order a 45 from Deechworks. But as of right now, it works. So I'm going to go ahead and hook that up too since I'm here. All right, so the 45 is not going to work. I don't know if the Deechworks 45 will probably work on here. I'm still going to order one just in case, but I can't get the threads to go straight because it's touching right there. So, but if the Deechworks 45 is a better fitting, then it could go in here. But as of right now, I'm just going to run that 90, because the 45, if Deechworks 45 works pretty good, then that's going to be an awesome fit. But I will order one and see the fitting on it. But right now, we're just going to go ahead and run that 90 off of there, and then just have the fuel line run up a little bit and go down. No biggie. It looks better that way than having that big ass power steering line going up. So fuel line's hooked up. Like I said, look at that clearance. Pretty good. I'll go with that. Line goes up right here. I had it up a little bit higher, but it probably run into the hood, so I kind of bent it down. I could go ahead and shorten this hose, but I kind of want to keep it for now just to see how that 45 is going to match up. I might need that extra hose, but power steering line's hooked up on this end. Fuel return is hooked up. In feed is hooked up. This is an 8 coming in. I have it right here, and I'm going to go ahead and tuck it down there once I get to that point. Now I'm going to go ahead and take this power steering line and hook it up to the rack and pinion. Right down there, you can see that fitting. So I'll go ahead and hook that up real quick, and then that'll be that for that. And for the fuel. So fuel's done, except for the injectors. Like I said, I have to redo the injectors. I'll do that a little bit later. And then I'm gonna go ahead and tackle all this fucking rat nest of a wire charge harness. So basically, let's see, I'll show you right here in the fender well. Basically, I'll be tucking, let's see if you can see. The charge harness and the main harness is tucked right here. You can see it kind of right there. I got these zip ties that you can put a self-tapping screw into, as you can see on that one right there. And that's how I am supporting it to this frame part right here. And I'll basically tuck it there, which will basically take this and tuck it down there, and it'll leave all this open. Brake booster line, I gotta do some research, but I gotta look into it. I gotta ask some questions, but I think I'm gonna be running vacuum off the brake booster, or I'm gonna be running vacuum off manifold. I don't know yet. I got to do some research on that. If anybody knows, drop a comment down, give me an idea how to run the brake booster for a turbo setup. Either run it to the block or hook it up to the original spot. I don't know, give me some ideas, please help me. So yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and get that. I'll go ahead and take this manifold off, because I got enough room. I'll go ahead and put this power steering line on, and then I'll go ahead and tackle this rat nest. Yeah, one more thing, if you guys follow me on Instagram, you will probably see later on today, I got the new valve cover back and the cold side of the turbo housing back, hydro dipped in a green, just kind of like this, but a different color green. I mean, same color green, but I think it's darker. Anyways, check out on Instagram when I drop that. It's they're pretty badass. I'm very impressed with what my guy did. So go ahead and check it out on Instagram when I post those. All right, so that's hooked up. It's buttoned up here. I basically got it running there, ran it underneath the engine harness and my fuel pressure regulator line, and as you can see, it's running right there on the back of the rack and pinion, which I think is going to be a good spot for it because of the manifold. It'll keep the heat away from it, and then when the pipe goes back down to the exhaust, it'll keep the heat away from it. I'm gonna go ahead and probably still wrap it with some heat tape eventually, but for right now, that's just where it's gonna sit. And the fitting is right, I got it ran right there, and then the fitting goes into there. Works good, a lot better than seeing that goddamn power steering line up here. So that's pretty much done. Like I said, I'm gonna go ahead and tackle this rat nest of wiring I got right here, and then start tucking or start buttoning up all this stuff right here too. Alright, so I didn't mess with the rat nest because I got caught up in doing other stuff. I basically went and mocked up all the piping to see how it goes. I did hook up this Ktune clutch master cylinder, so it tucks it all the way up, put the new one in. See what else I did. Tighten that up, of course. Went ahead and got my butt connectors ready for my injectors. But yeah, I just pretty much was mocking up the piping, seeing how it goes, seeing where I'm gonna put the intercooler. I definitely gotta do some looking on how I'm gonna mount this intercooler. I might have to make some brackets. We'll see. I am also, I got somebody helping me out right now. Can't really see right now, but I got the wastegate and the blow off valve over there showing me how to hook up all the fittings for that. Not gonna lie, it's overwhelming. It's a lot of stuff that I don't know about, that I'm actually reaching out to people to get some help on it. Fuel lines are all hooked up. I don't know if I said that. So yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it that I did. I was just fucking around today, just fucking with the piping and checking out stuff. So that's pretty much what I did. That was pretty much what I did all day today. Just button up a couple little things, button up some stuff, messed around with the intake or the turbo piping and all that. But oh yeah, I was gonna show you. Did put the manifold back on, did put the turbo on. I'm going today to pick up the cold side of the housing from the guy that hydro dipped it. It's just tight, hand tight, everything right now. I did go ahead and hook up the exhaust part that hooks up. Well, it's not hooked up, but it's laying there for when it goes to the exhaust. I'm gonna have to look into a down pipe to connect to the rest of the exhaust, and I gotta look into see how I'm gonna run my O2 sensor either into this or the bottom part. I don't know. I gotta look into that too. So I mean, there's just a lot of little stuff that I need to look into, research, and buy some more parts probably. But I'm gonna go ahead and cover this for the night. So yeah, just messing around, buttoning up a bunch of little stuff, and pretty much it. I got next weekend I will be busy. I won't be able to get to maybe do a day and a half of doing some stuff on this, but I will be at the drag strip. They're having a big event, so I'll be up there watching that, and then the day after I will be doing autocross. So go ahead and stay tuned for both of those videos, autocross and the event at the drag strip. And then hopefully on my other day off I can get back into this and start doing some more stuff, which I should probably be able to get all the all the piping up, because I will have the cold part of the turbo on, so I can start mounting everything up, and then figure out where the hell I'm gonna put this intercooler. If I gotta cut the crash bar, or I gotta make my own brace. It's a lot of stuff. I mean, it's overwhelming for me because I've never done this, so I'm kind of learning as I go and kind of researching as I go and asking people as I go. But I'll get there. I'm confident. I have enough people that can help me do what I gotta do. So yeah, that's pretty much on this video. Like, subscribe, and KL Day, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.